Good morning, my name is Martin and this is the Tribe of the Fox. So this is another video in the series about shamanic journeying, and today we are going to talk about fear and danger in shamanic journeying. So what danger am I talking about? Am I talking about physical danger? Is your head going to be ripped off by some badass being? Or are you going to become very ill? You're gonna die? No, that's not what I'm talking about. In my previous video, and you will see it somewhere up here, in my previous video I talk about how important it is, how important your human energy system is if you journey. I talked about how the aura, so that's the energy around you, inside you and around you, how that is very important to feel that, to keep your attention so right around your body. If you keep your energy right around your body, then you're in your body, then your mind doesn't go crazy on you. I also told that it's important to, if you're sitting for instance while journeying, that it's very important to feel your legs, to feel your feet, to feel your lower part of your body, so beneath the belly. Because if your lower part of the body, if you sense that very good, then you're grounded. And if you're grounded, your mind doesn't run off with you. If you're grounded, then the spiritual connection here and here, that part of the energy system will be more active, will be more efficient, it will be more clear. So as you understand by now, energetic journeying, of shamanic journeying, is a very energetic thing. So let me give an example of the dangers that you can face energetically in another realm. So let's talk about visiting illnesses, for instance. Illnesses, they live in a personified form in the realm of the dead. Okay. You can visit them. And what I discovered, I've done this multiple times, what I discovered is they feed on fear, those illnesses. So if you show any fear, if you're face to face with one of these illnesses, then it will feed them. They will become much, much stronger than you are, and that's a threatening situation. So during one of my journeys to the Parkinson's disease also lives in a personified form in the realm of the dead. I got so scared, so incredibly scared, that I have to leave this journey. And for the rest of the week I lost my grounding. I lost, that connection with my lower body, with the earth, that feeling, I lost it. So I remember that a student who was studying to be an energy healer, he worked with me. I was like a test subject for him, and he actually noticed that I was totally ungrounded. So it's interesting stuff. Yeah, that's a possibility. It's a very good possibility. Speaking about illnesses, I also visited corona illness several times. And so one day a friend asked me to ask corona a favor, because this friend knew I was able to do this and I had done this before. And that was a very, very intense journey, and I really had to lay down on the couch afterwards. It was draining. So that's an energy thing again. I was drained energetically. So not physically, but my energy system. And that translates to physically feeling drained as well. I had a headache for the rest of the day. I'd done this in the morning, and when I went to bed in the evening, my head still hurt. So a physical reaction to an energy problem. Yeah, that happens if you journey. It can be very intense. Very, very, very intense. I succeeded in my mission with corona illness, but I'm not a type of guy who has a headache very easily. I hardly have headaches, only when I have a flu. This time I had it the entire day. So, let's talk about fear, because there's a danger that you drain yourself energetically. But there's also a fear aspect. Like I said, illnesses feed on fear, but visiting illnesses, I don't recommend you to do this, by the way, because I know I can. I learned to do this. Somebody taught me this. Someone who knew what she was doing. It was like an initiation, so people don't do this. However, I also like to visit the realm of the dead. Now what you see there is a lot of dogs. Now these dogs have never harmed me. They come to check you out, they see you, they sniff you. They say hello. However, it's the realm of the dead. So these dogs have rotten faces, rotten bodies, eyes rotten out. Now, that's not just me saying this. There are more journeyers to the realm of the dead who report the same thing. So then it's called peer corroborated personal knowledge. If multiple people experience the same, I made a video about this, it shows up here, somewhere. Yeah. So, dogs, rotting dogs. That can be scary if you've never seen one. But, what do you expect? It's the realm of the dead. Do you expect that everything there looks pristine and pretty? Like, for instance, dogs that you see on a dog show with nice brussed hairs? No. They're rotting dogs. My spirit animal, Fox, he turns sometimes in the realm of the dead into a dead fox. It's also rotting, and the eyes are rotting. They're the soft spots of the body. Yeah, that's the realm of the dead. That's nature of death. Decay. So it's not a big deal. It also happens when it comes to fear that you are walking around in some other realm. Your path gets blocked by another being. There is a reason that happens. So don't try to force your way through. Don't do this. If an intimidating being is standing in front of you, then just stop walking, look at it, and if it becomes very threatening, then just leave. So don't test your luck. I don't know what energetically will happen to you if you test your luck. Don't do it. These beings look very badass, by the way, because if you're in some other realm, don't expect like a Disney World princess with a pink dress trying to stop you. They're more fearsome beings, actually. That's not a point, not a problem. Don't be afraid. Just leave. So, yeah. Now, this is another thing about, what I'm now telling you. Imagine that I would look for a job interview. And the employer look at these videos about rotting dogs and about badass beings trying to stop you, visiting illnesses. Well, then I probably don't get a job. The employer probably then thinks I'm a lunatic if he would see these videos. Anyway, that's also, by the way, a thing. If I journey, I see these things with my eyes closed in a state of meditation, in my mind's eye. If you see these things during a walk in the park or in your house, then you're either very psychic or you are a lunatic. You might have mental problems. So think about this, people. Think about this. If this happens during journeying, it's okay. If you see things like this in real life, then you might have a mental problem. Yeah? There's also a danger. Yeah? But I'm now talking about journeying, so that's a very specific situation, okay? Yeah, so it's a very energetic thing, and you can become drained. Yeah, that's the danger that there is, energetically drained. I made journeys that I needed to recover for the entire day or even the next day. Sometimes you just see things that you cannot explain. Sometimes you see scary things. Sometimes you meet hostile beings. And it's also very important to if you journey to a certain deity or a certain realm, then ask permission. That saves you a lot of trouble. You give, for instance, if you go to Helheim, or Hell as it is called, Hell with one L, then make an offering to the goddess of Hell. She's also called Hell or Hela. Yeah. Make an offering, ask permission, tell what you're going to do. Do that at your altar or a makeshift altar. Just offer something. And tell what's your intention. Because it's all about respect. It's all about good behavior. I mean, in the other realms, the borders are not open for everyone to come in and just do whatever the hell somebody pleases. You know, it's not the Netherlands where everybody can come in and do whatever the hell they please. That's not the case in other realms. Just show respect, ask permission, don't push it, and you will be fine. Yeah, you will be fine. So, yeah, that said, I give you another warning, and that is, if you want to do this, just find yourself a shamanic teacher. I am not a shaman. I am not a teacher. I'm a guy who just practices shamanic techniques. That's it. And I share my experiences with you. Do whatever you like with it. But it's better to find a real teacher and to have a little bit of a, I almost call it an initiation. Sometimes the shamanic courses can be like an initiation, an empowerment to do something. And that's very important. You do this on your own risk. But this was some advice for people who want to journey anyway. Even if you're not trained to do so. This is also for people who are already journeying. It's about sharing experiences. And I would really appreciate it if you share your experiences in the comments section. That's very important, because we have to share the knowledge we have. Share it, talk about it. Don't try to convince other people, by the way, but just share information, talk about this. And we will get our ancient knowledge back. And that's very well possible even in this day or age. I live in an urban area. I live in one of the most densely populated areas of the Netherlands, which is already one of the most densely populated countries in the world. So does Dirkje. Dirkje lives in a more forested part of the country. And she journeys as well. She has also got interesting results. So it's all possible in this day and age. For us Western people. So stop looking at the East and other exotic cultures and oh, they're so wise, these other cultures. They're so great and we are so lost. No, my friends. We are not. We still have the abilities to do this. We still have the people who can do this. And you might be one of those people who can journey, who can heal, who can gain wisdom. Remember that. We still have it in us. Even in this industrial, technological day and era, we can do it. I do it, Dirk does it, and I know plenty more people who can. So that's a positive thing to say. The title of this video is Fear and Danger in Shamanic Journeying, but this was a positive message about how to deal with it and how to get back our knowledge. So my friends, as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.